So Mark, you're back here at the Ageas Bowl. How good is it being back here?
Great, fun memories here. Not just normal games, but World Cup games. I've been involved in like a test match here, so great memories here. And of course, we spent our COVID time here, so a ground that all the lads remember fondly. It's great to be back here. Always a good atmosphere. We always get back really well, and I think we've got a good record here. So I hope that continues.
I mean, individually, you got a few special performances here. The final over against South Africa stands out in 2017. How memorable was that for you?
Very memorable. I mean, I still remember the crowd in the bottom corner. So I was over the far side where the hotel was, and there was probably about 10 or 15 people shouting at me, "Woody, you've got this last over, come on, charge in." And when the last over, I mean, they needed, 6 or 7 or something to win, and to defend that, obviously, it's very unlikely most of the time, but that time, managed to do it. And I remember turning around that corner and, giving them a big clap with my hands up, and they were all standing up, and, that's a great memory that I'll keep forever, that, that part of the crowd really helped me through that last over. And yeah, one where more times than not you lose, so to be on the right end of it is a great feeling.
I mean, going back to this series, defeating the first one, how important is it to bounce back here?
Very important. I mean, this is a game, we've just mentioned there, we can't win the World Cup in these next couple of games. What we can do is put a marker down, get that consistency, play the right brand and stuff that we want to play. So this game becomes much more important for that. New Zealand, we know, are a top side, so to be able to play them, we've got them first game, so we want to, there's some battles that are we want to get done now and get ahead of the game. And we're coming to a place, like I mentioned, that we've got a good record, so we know how to play here. We've beat some really top teams at this ground, so we're ready to go again.
You mentioned the crowd already. How much will having a full Ageas Bowl crowd help today?
It always helps. I mean, I love having the stands in. It fills out the ground. It looks complete. You even look up at the hotel and you can see flags and people watching from there. Every part of the corners or big corners of the ground that you go, you think it's a big field, but actually, when they get going, the crowd can feel like they're right on top of you. So that can really help you and feel like almost like a 12th man.
You're back next year as well for a T20 against Australia. How great is that rivalry to play in as well?
Best to be involved in. Any time you play Australia, it's always special. You always want to win. Even if it's a friendly game, you want to beat Australia. So to come back here, I'm sure that it'll be an England win, and we can put some smiles on some English fans' faces.
Just finally, you mentioned it already, the World Cup coming up. How's the group feeling ahead of it?
Pretty confident. I think it's a tricky time where you're sort of like, you're gearing up, that's just around the corner, so you're trying to get all the pieces put together, people in form, and trying to get a dynamic and a togetherness, which I think we've got, and quite well, but we're going there as defending champions, and we know that, that's the marker on our back, but one that we're all excited about. I think before the last World Cup, it was that we were favourites. I'm not sure if we're favourites, but we'll be giving it a good go because we've got, a magnificent team. I trust every individual here. I hope the fans do as well, because we're going there to win the World Cup.